A lot of people ask me, why did I go into personal injury law? Most of my colleagues came out of law school with me. They went into either immigration or criminal defense, or they worked for an insurance company, which is kind of standard in these particular situations coming out of law school. For me, I want to share a personal experience with you guys, why I chose personal injury. In 2001, I just graduated from the University of Florida College of Law. I was working in Orlando, Florida. My first week of work, I took the whole weekend, prepared for trial. I was driving towards my office at the time, and I didn't have my seatbelt on. Anyone that knows me, I used to be this guy that would drive around without a seatbelt with loud music on, but those things change as you get older. As I was driving, I didn't want to wrinkle my tie or my suit, so I drove the whole way there with no seatbelt on. Through the grace of God, after I exited the highway, I put on my seatbelt for some reason. I was then traveling towards my office. I worked at the public defender's office, just so you guys know. I was waiting in line and I heard a dramatic screeching of brakes. And I was in my mind thinking, man, someone's gonna get in a real bad accident. I didn't realize that real bad accident was going to involve me. Someone rear-ended my vehicle. It crushed my car. The back was smashed in, as well as the front. Imagine a soda can being crushed. They had to cut the door out, pull me out, and I didn't remember anything up until that point. I'd never been in an accident, didn't know too much about personal injury. I went to the hospital, obviously, and I then spoke with a very popular attorney in Orlando at the time. To this day, he still has billboards everywhere. I will not mention his name. Anyway, they did a great job of signing me up, giving me a welcome packet, being very hospitable to me after I got released from the hospital. And from there, they started the process of dealing with my personal injury case, my bodily injury. The only problem with this is they didn't explain to me what was going on. A lot of times people get in these accidents, they sign a retainer and you go for treatment and you kind of don't know the process. This is why I got into personal injury law. I went to a chiro for several months. I got tired of it. I wanted to go back to work. I wanted to do things. Like I said, I just graduated from school. I wanted to make some money, obviously. And here I am going to this doctor every 2 days. So I dropped the case, not knowing anything about policy limits, how much that case was valued, what I could have potentially made in terms of loss of earnings potential, loss of wages potential, and these things weren't explained to me. And this is why I went into the area of practice of law, to explain to people, common people, the distinction between uninsured motorist coverage, PIP coverage, what's stackable, unstackable, as well as just generally the overall framework of personal injury. Dedicated my 24 years of practicing law to serving my community and educating people on personal injury and making a difference in people's lives by helping them get compensated to the maximum potential with regards to their case.